Hello and welcome back to BNL Racing League 1 here on the F1 2021 game. We're here for round 5 of this season. It's the Italian Grand Prix. My name is Oliver Andreasen, aka NSR Prior 22. As you can hear, it's back again with an English stream today. But I am not alone today because we got ourselves with Conti.
Yes, well, thanks for having me, mate. Really excited to do commentary with you for the first time as a couple.
Yeah, I think the first time we have, it's been about maybe 1.5 years since we first met each other on this game. I think on the F1 2019 game in TTL, as it was called at that time. And now we are finally here in the commentator box together for the first time ever.
It is, and as I said, really excited for it. I saw your previous commentary gigs on BNL Racing, so yeah, you did great. So expecting a lot today.
Thanks. We see we got a lot of drivers today, and the 2 other times I've been commentating, there haven't been. So I'm really happy to see people here as well driving. We're at the Monza Temple of Speed here, where they have been driving in real life today with the sprint qualifying, and we're gonna get a race tomorrow. And we talked about it before the stream, but let's just talk quickly before we start here. What did you think about today with the sprint qualifying? It's the second time we see it.
Yeah, I really love the concept. We saw it earlier in England, of course, around Silverstone. But yeah, I think it's a great concept. Just one free practice, qualifying, second free practice, sprint qualifying after that. Yeah, I really love it. And I must say, the result was quite surprising for me.
Yeah, me too. Like Bottas, he drove a really good race today, and Hamilton, like, what happened there? He didn't have any chance against Norris. Again, we saw that the McLaren is really strong in this track, and Norris also wasn't soft. But still, I thought maybe at the end at least that Hamilton can get him, but he didn't have a chance.
Yeah, I expected the same. I thought, okay, he lost some positions at the start, but eventually he will get Norris and probably Ricciardo after that. But yeah, here we see that the Mercedes is a really fast car, but in dirty air, it's just lacking a bit of pace.
Yeah. We see that there's only one car at the track, second one comes in. It's Snarfia. I was in tracking out for a male. And something I'm thinking about now. The drivers are using a lot of time to get out on track in the qualifying. And also, 2 drivers have the intermediate tire. I know it's qualifying they could have done something wrong, but still, every time they use this longer time to get out of the pits, that is a sign of maybe having to put on a rain setup or think about the setup because there's a chance of rain in the race. That's my theory right now.
Yeah, I really don't hope there's going to be rain on this track because you've got a couple of slow corners and it's really difficult on traction then, especially out of the first chicane. But yeah, overall it's a doable track. I mean, besides Ascari, it's okay racing in the rain here. But to be honest, I'm a bit surprised seeing guys like Dan, Mitchell, and Wagenaar putting Inters under their cars.
Yeah, and all, like Mitchell being out on track with intermediates, like, what's going on here? But something I noticed, we have a full green here today, and that's beautiful to see. And now I can see 2 cars out on track with intermediates actually. That's really weird, as we see Snorfia starting a soft lap, doing a big lock up into turn 1. As we talked about, we have many slow corners here. We got turn 1, 2, the first chicane. Then we got turn 4 and 5. I think it is the second chicane that we're at now, and also these less smooth turns. It's one of the tracks with the highest average speed, but at the same time we have slow corners here, good overtaking opportunities. You said in the rain, it's not the best track, but this track itself, is it your favorite one?
Yeah, probably a lot of drivers won't be on my side, but I really like Italy. And that's because it's a really fast track, but at the same time you don't have that much corners, but because of that every corner counts. One little mistake here can cost you loads of time. So yeah, I really love Italy, but a lot of people think it's boring because it's only DRS training here.
Well, personally, I love this track. Yeah, we're just gonna first take Snarfie. No, Snarfie goes into the pit. But yeah, I love this track, and it isn't. It's only 2 weeks ago, or 1 week since we drove. 1.5 weeks since we drove here in TTML. I'm not sure about you. I ended up with a DNF out of a scar sadly, but I still love this track. It's an absolute beautiful track, and let's say slow corners, long straight, good overtaking possibilities. A breezer going in for 119.6. Good banker lap there from the Red Bull driver. But yeah, I think on this game it's actually one of my favorite tracks to drive at, and I've had a few racing here, league races, and I get some of my best races here. So getting to commentate here now is going to be exciting to see what the drivers can do.
Yeah, it is, and one other thing, it's one of the easiest tracks to help each other out as teammates, because you can really get some good slipstreams, keeping each other's DRS and overtaking each other there without it costing anyone time. So yeah, a lot of opportunities of working together.
Just saw Samba getting some tow from Pace Sven, I think it looks like. But here comes Samba at 118.9, and what a time there.
It is, and it's only Q1. Great time, great banker lap. I know there are some fast guys there, a couple of them I don't know, but multiple others I do know, and I do know they have some great pace here. So I'm expecting this 18.9 to be crushed.
I totally forgot it's full qualifying here, because the last time I commented it's been short qualifying, but probably because of the low, not so many drivers.
Yeah, well, I actually really like the concept of the full qualifying, but yeah, I could see BNL making the decision of doing short quali when you've got less than 15 drivers, because yeah, what's the point of driving Q1 when you have 14 or 15 drivers? So but yeah, I really have to see a full grid now and see this full quali go on. Yeah,
as we were all with Crazy Dominators as he took a little spinella and that's Martin out of his car. I think Pace Sven is on hot lap. He's coming through Parabolica right now. And he's for Mel on the soft tire, and he will get a 119.3 into P3 at the moment. He's currently Ferrari 1-2.
Yeah, looking really good, and Crazy Dominator going over the finish line about now, and he's at say 144 though, not that fast, but probably he's gonna put in another lap now.
Yeah, I think so.
Big lock up for him there.
BN Dave went into P5 or improved his lap a little bit.
Yeah, lucky Lars was on a hot lap, but he invalidated already, so he turned down his ERS, and I hope he's got enough fuel to put in a second one. That's another thing we're gonna see a lot here. So it's some corners it's really easy to invalidate, especially in the second chicane. What happened?
Snarf around. You just get out of the way for Crazy Dominator, but that was a close one.
So yeah, you have to be careful here not to invalidate too many laps, and in the race as well, not pick up any penalties.
Yeah. I'm watching Mitchell now. Yeah. In the Alpine, let's see what he can do then.
Yeah, Mitchell, another one of those drivers who... Oh, he lost it, and he's out of qualifying.
Aye.
I just wanted to say that Mitchell is... Yeah, I just wanted to say Mitchell's one of those drivers who improved massively in a year I see in racing, but unfortunately he's the first one we're losing today.
Yeah. Good luck there, yeah. So then Mitchell is out of Q1, we can say, or he's currently P15, but the drivers behind him hasn't said a time, so he'll probably...
Goalie with a purple sector 1 here, so...
Yeah, I'm also watching him. Mercedes currently P11 with no time then, on top of goes by there and gets invalidation.
Luckily he has enough time to maybe start a new lap.
I think you'll have to take a look at the comment section because it's in Dutch, so I don't understand anything.
The what?
On the YouTube, we're getting comments, but it is in Dutch, so I can't understand anything.
Let me get YouTube with it so I can just translate.
I see Lindsay saying, "Hey, what's up?" Looks like Jeff then is on a good lap now in his house. Got a purple second sector. Oh, can get some tow from the Mercedes drivers going slow in front of him. Let's hope they don't slow him down then.
Oh, TTGaming NL. He said, the best cool commentator. Will you just give a shout out that Jeffton has to join my party?
Jeffton has to join your party, yeah. I think we see Mitchell by also just in the chat saying nice beginning. Yeah, Mitchell really lucky. And also, I haven't seen it, but his teammate T. Stevens has also retired. I'm not sure if it's in the pit or if it's crashed. I didn't see it.
Maybe they're gonna try last the first challenger.
Yeah.
And also welcome in the chat for TTG Robin. Hello, buddy.
Welcome, Robin. My teammate in TTML. Great guy. Danny Boy into P11 then. In this McLaren. Do we have anyone on hot lap? Where Mika?
I believe Mika is with a purple middle sector.
Going faster in the Mercedes. Oh, and he spins around! Oh, can he avoid it? He barely touched the wall, but that is his lap. He is very lucky though that it doesn't get any, doesn't hit the wall too hard.
Oh, really lucky there. And yeah, that's the nature of Ascari. If you enter it wrong, you're gonna exit with a spin.
That's the thing, yeah. Been there, done that.
Same. I think every league racer had that at least once.
See, Robin, I died with the stewarding in F5. The stewarding this whole week in TTML. Oh, holy. I think F1 was the one that didn't have that much.
No, F1 had 2, I believe. So that was okay, but
except for that,
it was just horror for the stewards. So let's hope these guys just keep it clean here and don't give the stewards as much work.
We'll go with Lucky Lars then. He's just started a lap here in his house, currently P8 and hasn't set a time yet. He got 6.5 minutes left, so if he can stay away from invalidation, he should maybe, I think he can be safe.
Yeah, I think he does. Lucky Lars is a quick driver. Had a little lock up in the first game, really is to do. I always put my brake bias onto 57% to avoid that in turn 1. But really easy because it's such a hard braking zone there, going through Lesmo 1 here, not touching the curb, straighten up at the exit, Lesmo 2, a little wide on the entry, but just taking the safe route, I think.
Yeah, he probably just wanted to get in, not like a pole position time, but just a good enough lap to get into Q2. We already have 2 retirements, so that is probably 2 guys already out, but Lucky Lars, not that lucky today, but gets another invalidation.
That's a really good joke.
Oh, but Danny Boy is a lot up on, it's 1.2 seconds up on his time, so he's looking for an improvement. What were you about to say?
Yeah, that is a shame I didn't come up with that joke. I really like it. Nice name joke.
I used it last week as well at the Dutch Grand Prix. But here comes Danny Boy then into P6 with a 190.6, just in front of up and start. Yeah, so a great lap there from the McLaren driver.
Yeah, it is safe lap, and I think he should be safe with his time to go through. Oh, as he spins around now, but he did his lap, so it doesn't matter.
Marian Malema, last week's race winner in Netherlands, I think he was race winner with a really great strategy. I remember commentating. Currently P19 hasn't had time yet, but we are on board him now. Oh, big lock up into turn 1 then.
But still, although he had a lock up, really get nice and early on throttle.
It is only my third time commentating here, but I fully agree with Lindsay. Let's take a moment that we have a full grid again, finally.
I completely agree, as that's a purple sector 1, even though Marijn Mellema had a little lockup. So now the only thing he has to do is not spin, not invalidate, don't want to curse anyone. It looks really nice and tidy what Marijn is showing us here. Coming up to Ascari, probably the most difficult corner around this track, purple sector 2 as well.
Oh, that was close between validation.
It was close to validation, close to spinning as well. He had a little moment there, but exit was okay.
Oh, Dan Gamer?
Dan Gamers, that's a 118.6.
That's a really
Is
great
Marijn Mellema going to get under that time, or did he lose too much in the Ascari? And it's going to be a 118.8.
Morphia, he's 4 seconds up on his time now, and he currently 133.8, so he'll have to improve a little bit if he wants to save himself. Looks like he's doing great now into Parabolica, then the last corner here. He's gonna cross the line. What will it be? It's gonna be a 119.4 into number 8, so he should be safe. And there,
nice.
Look at Fruitful. I for Fruitful.
I was just on board with Goalie, who had a purple middle sector and good Ascari corner, and he puts in a 19.4.
His teammate then, Mike, currently P20, he had a spin earlier, and that was really early braking. I'm not sure if it was traffic, I don't think he's using that much ERS, so. But he needs to get the lap in now, because he doesn't have much time left as well.
Fruitful spun as well. He was on a hot lap, but he did spin. And VER Mika, who was on a hot lap, aborted it. I don't know if he made any mistake, but he has to try again. Still in some time.
We see you in the chat, no problem for commenting, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's hilarious how I pronounce it, so the Dutch gamer tags. Yes, I've said before, I can't promise that I can do it 100% right. But it's still fun trying these names. See, Mika goes into P17, probably a new hold up now, but let's look for someone else finishing their laps.
And we have Maze as well, who found his Google Translate again, saying Conti is the GOAT.
Yeah, I could actually understand it. Conti is the guy. Height. We write it the same way in Norwegian also.
Let's see who we can go on board with. Maybe Crazy Dominator. Crazy Dominator is on a hot lap now. Almost at the end of Sector 1.
Yeah, as you say, Kermit or Mace, guess that Google translates it next to him. Okay, we'll come back to Crazy Dominator. I think I see cars maybe finishing, starting a hot lap. Mika then, he has to improve. He's on an improvement. Can he improve enough? He doesn't go fastest actually with a 180.3.
Really good time from Mika there. It took him a couple of attempts, but in the end it paid out for him.
It did. Now Denny Boy starting a lap. Is that who? Someone has spun. I think it's Crazy Dominator that had crashed out in Ascari.
I think he did, and it's his end of qualifying as well. And seeing him in P17, he ain't gonna make it into Q2.
Lucky Lars doesn't only get into P17. Jeff then he is currently P16. Maybe he's only 1.5 tenths behind Breezer. Let's take a look if he can maybe improve that one, because Breezer got invalidation. So Jeff then is really in the fight here for getting into Q2.
Yeah, he's really on the bubble. Right now he's at the point that he's out, but if he can improve, and bear in mind he's on 3-lap old softs already, so best times are cropped up already, but he's coming up to the final corner now, Parabolica. If he takes this perfect, he can get himself into P2. Almost invalidates that, taking everything on the exit, coming over the finish line now, and he... no, he did improve, but it wasn't enough.
Oh, Jeff then now, so that's Q1 over, I think. Pace when invalidation. So yeah, the drivers out here is Jeff Dan, Lucky Lars, Trace Dominators, T. Stevens and Mitchell. So the 2 Alpine, the 2 Haas, and one of the Aston Martins.
Yeah, we won't be seeing them back for a while now, so they can get something to drink, something to eat, watch the other guys qualifying, and get prepared for the race.
Yeah. They got about at least 30 minutes, 30-40 minutes now, I think. Okay, maybe a little, yeah, 30 minutes should be around there.
Lindsay was really routing for Jefram. She said potverdikke, so not happy him not being into Q2. And Kevin 2306 talking about, I think, a soccer game, because he says he has 10 new players and all nice talents.
The Dutch driver strong here in 1, 2, 3, 4 and also 6th. Getting the front rows.
Go Dutchies.
Yeah, I don't have anyone to tune here. Maybe Lucky Lars, as he gets a Danish flag and he's also Scandinavian.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah, he had the Danish flag.
Ah.
But I thought this was only Dutch and Belgian drivers here.
Yeah, maybe he's half Dutch, half Danish. Could be.
Yes, maybe.
So still nice and sunny here.
Still nice and sunny, yeah. It's gonna be interesting now. Do you think we can see, as you realize, that some of the drivers maybe go for the medium tires now?
Yeah, probably the guys on top are gonna try, like Marijn, Wagenaar, guys like that. They're probably gonna try, and just to be safe, go out on the final attempt on softs, and they can always abort their hot lap like they do in real life. And that's what I really like about full quali. You can try something different and end up on the harder compound in the race in the top 10.
Yeah, we can actually see that some of the drivers are on the medium tire. We see Wagenaar is out on track with mediums. Up and Start Chase out on mediums. And I think we'll see more drivers going out on the medium tires.
Yeah, they're probably... Why not? If you're here and you've got full quali, why not try?
Yeah, I can first go for one try at the medium and then back on the soft drive.
Yeah, exactly. You've got enough time. 14 minutes, so... As Base Fan is the first one out on track, warming up those nice medium tires. In, yeah, at least what I think, one of the most beautiful cars on track.
That car does not sound good. If we're talking about Alfa Romeo, I would agree, because I do not like the Ferrari engine in this game. And in the 2 leagues that I drive a car that has the Ferrari engine, so yeah.
Yeah, you're completely right about the Ferrari sound, but the looks of the Alfa Romeo are just amazing.
Alfa Romeo has one of the prettiest cars on the grid, but again, the Ferrari engine, it does not sound good.
No, horrible sound. Big lock up there for Base Fan going into the first 2 corners. And of course it's going to be a little bit challenging going onto the mediums now. You've done 2 or 3 laps on the softs in Q1. Now you're going for the mediums, and they feel completely different around this track.
just going on board with these drivers, just make me look forward to driving here in another league, because this track is just so perfect. It's beautiful. It's nice to drive. You do have some hard corners like Ascari, and I think that the Lesmo 1 can sometimes be a little bit tricky, but except from that, it's such an amazing track to drive.
It is. Especially Lesmo 1, you have to be careful with the inside curve to not hit that, because it will make a spin. As Spacepan put in a 120.0 on the medium tires now, and a couple of guys were following 120.2 for Wagenaar on the mediums, also a good time. And
was that?
Dave
has spun around in Ascari. Oh!
A 119.9.
Whoa, go on stream and take a look a few seconds, or as Dave comes out of Ascari after spinning. Holy shit, that was a close one.
Let's see.
A Red Bull spinning right in front of him. I think it was Breezer.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That was cool.
That's a close call. Like, I just switched on board and it was like, whoa, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, he almost just sideswiped him and took it with him, but yeah, that's unfortunately.
That's something I would love to see from Breezer's the camera angle, camera view. Like, really close call there.
And in the meantime, Samba came in as well. Snarfy came in, and all setting a low 120 on the medium. Abstaatje only one able to get into the 119 so far.
Yeah, and I'm on board with, oh, that's the name I haven't pronounced before. Jarno Loyen.
Jarno Loyen.
Jarno Loyen.
Jarno Loyen, that sounds perfect.
I just say Jarno. The Red Bull currently P11 on the medium tires, going through Ascari. Gonna be excited to see what he can do. See Samba on the medium, 119.6. That's a great lap from the Ferrari driver.
It is. You can see track evaluation here on his second lap improving. So great job from him. And Jarno Loyen coming up to the line now. Just came to the final corner as Mika sets a 119.4 and Jarno a 119.4 as well. So some great times coming in now.
7,000 separating them. I saw one driver, I think it was Wagenaar, just left, and Marian has retired.
He retired? I thought he crashed or something, but...
See the League Racing TV laughing off me, trying to pronounce that Red Bull driver's name. You know what, I'm not gonna blame... It's totally okay to believe me tonight of trying out saying these names. We see an Avalanche show goes into P1 with a 119.2 on the soft tires.
I am just gonna tweak my mic a bit. Yefdan, thank you for saying my mic should be a little bit louder.
IFR Fruitful, is he on a half lap or is he going a little bit slow? Nah, he's going a little bit slow.
So.
Nah, Mika's not on a half lap. So of these, I think Dawn Gamer is the next one to start a lap. Currently, he's gonna try to set a lap on the soft tires and save himself to get into Q3.
Yeah, here he goes. Thank you, Yefdan. I put up my mic a little bit. Please let me know if it's alright now.
For me, it's also sound better, yeah, so. Fruitful goes into P9 with a 125, so I think he can maybe have done a little mistake there, it looks like. We got a yellow flag. That's a Ferrari going slow. We're on board with Don Gamer through Lesmo 1 and 2 now.
Yeah, I just followed him from the start of his lap, and he really cut the second chicane and won a lot of time there. He had a purple sector 1 coming up to the end of sector 2 now, and he has a split time of 52.5, also a purple sector, so yeah, putting in a really nice time here, I think, and maybe he's gonna go into the low 19s, but could be maybe an 18, but I'm not sure.
This is a goalie, had a little moment in turn 1 and 2, the first corners, but here comes Don Gamer then, but across the line it's going to be a 1:19.3, so P2 behind Naviluccio.
Yeah, and that's a great time on the mediums. And Jeff Baron asking me if I can sing Supermax. Jeff, believe me, you don't want to hear me sing, so I'm not going to do it on stream. I don't want to scare away all our watchers.
Shall get us to 1.1k subscribers and then he'll sing. I think that's okay.
Oh, we're on 1.07, so it's gonna be tricky.
Yeah, it will. But Breezer then in the Red Bull on the soft tires, 190.4 into P3 for him. And of these drivers set in types of soft, the drivers that is on mediums, maybe some of them at the end realize that they have to put on soft if they want to get into Q1.
Yeah, Q3. I think looking at the time of Dam, he seems pretty safe, and Jarno Looye, Mika as well, but everyone below that could be at risk. But yeah, it's gonna be tricky. That, yeah, really have to be a little bit ballsy to not go out on the soft tires, because maybe some of these guys are. Wagner's out.
Crashed out of a scar, I think it is. Let's see if we can see his car. There's that on the left side. He has lost it there. Really unlucky. And also Don Gamer? No, that's in the pits.
So he is confident he can go into Q3 with this time.
Dave then, he's going to start a hot lap now with the medium tires, I think. Now he goes into the pits.
No. Yeah, and I think if this time wasn't that good, I think it's a wise decision to go in, because if he had finished this lap, he wouldn't have enough time to go in and put on a set of softs and do a final hot lap.
Goalie into P8 on the medium tires. Could be dangerous being a P8 on the mediums, as we see a few drivers behind on the soft tires.
Yeah, guys like Fruitful and Dave who still can set a time on their soft tires. If they both get a good quali, he's gonna plummet, and if Snarfia puts in a good time after that, then goalie is gonna be gone and we won't see him back in Q3.
Yeah. Armor with Apostar currently 7 tenths up on his time, so he's looking for maybe pole position, or not pole position, but fastest in Q2 here today. If he can keep it up through, if he did keep it up through Ascari and into Parabolica here. See then the Aston Martin driver
in the chat.
On soft tires, he goes where he goes. P1 with a 119.0. And now it's Fruitful that's gonna start a lap on the medium tires, and he's outside top 10 at the moment, so a little bit risky, but his first time is a 125, so he's probably done a mistake. Big luck up into turn 1 there, and looks like, but he does cut a lot of the corner, which is really great.
Yeah, although he had a lock up, it didn't look that bad what he was doing there through the corners. He cut a lot of the first part and had a good exit, so yeah, Fruitful definitely a lot of confidence here, but he can't afford to invalidate here or he's going to be out.
Yeah. So I had a little improvement in first sector, so I think he can have maybe done a mistake here in the second sector or third sector, because if he's on a 125, yeah, I think it's a mistake somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's see now into the third sector. Yeah, and there you go,
Yeah.
4.2 seconds on his time. But currently not enough.
Invalidation.
Ay, ay, ay. And there we got someone retiring in the pit. So, Fruitful, gonna probably have to try a new lap. Who do you guys think to get pole position? We got a question, who will you go for top 3 prediction Q3?
Ooh, yeah, for Q3, top 3, I think Jarno Looye and Dan look really fast. Maybe if he can go through, I'm putting Fruitful on.
I would go for pole position to Jarno and Fruitful P2 and Don Gamer P3. Looks like Fruitful and Davis maybe on the new hot laps here. Fruitful, he can't get his I think he can actually do one more lap, but still he needs to not get an invalidation here now. But let's see now, he is 4.3, so 1/10 faster this lap than last lap. Through Ascari, has to lift up a little bit there. So he saves in a lot here, because at the moment it's not looking safe for him.
No, and he can't do another lap. All the fuel gauge already blinkering, so he won't have enough to do a final attempt. But he's gonna come in doing a 119.6.
But look at it, he has 3 drivers behind him on soft tires. Here comes BNL Dave, and he gets in front of Fruitful. And now pace 1 Snorfia or the last right to start a hot lap, the 2 Alfa males. So this is looking dangerous for Fruitful. He can, if both Snorfia and Paceman can improve, they will. And their Snorfia does a mistake, and then it doesn't look safe for Snorfia suddenly.
Yeah, well, that's luckily for Fruitful. Paceman didn't make any mistake yet, so he is going to be fighting to get into the top 10, and probably for Snarfie, it's the end of qualifying for him.
We see that on the inside top 10, we got Jarno, Mika, and Samba, and Goalie and Fruitful has qualified at the moment into Q3 with a medium. But here is Pace 1 on the soft tires, and he's on a little improvement, which can get him into the top 10 maybe, but not on the medium tires.
Look at that improvement. What really nice lines through Ascari there. And that's why you can win a lot of time over other drivers. So it's really looking good for Paceman, going a little wide here. He can't afford to invalidate here, but stays just on the outside, just enough. And he's going to come in with a 119.4.
Oh, Snorfia there. He did improve, but he messed up turn 1 too. So Fruitful stays inside top 10 with a little over 3/10. So he gets into the Q3 with a medium. I think also 4 or 5 other drivers.
Yeah, so our top 3 finish is still on the cards, as we have Abstaatje in P1 so far, Nabilacho P2, Dan 3, Paceman 4, Breezer 5, Jarno Looye 6, VR Mika in 7th, ERT Samba in 8th, BNL RE Dave in 9, and Fruitful in P10. And that's going to be our top 10 guys who are going to qualify for pole position.
Yeah, the 4 drivers out of the Q2 is Norfia, Goalie, Wagner, and Marian. Marian didn't get any time in. But lucky for Fruitful there, though, because he was looking not so safe with the 2 Alfa Romeos at the end there.
Yeah, but sometimes a little bit of luck is all you need for a great result. So
yeah, I think
luck is on his side for now.
So Lucky Lars and Fruitful can maybe change name then, I think.
Lucky Fruitful.
Yeah. Q3 then, still sunny here, and we see the drivers already getting out on track. I would guess that most of the drivers have 2 sets of soft tires because of course some of them maybe only have one fresh, the one that you get if you get into Q3. And then you also, if someone maybe have saved, if they did one soft in Q3, one soft in Q2, then they should have one left here. And also the drivers that did only one soft run in Q1 and maybe a medium run in Q2 could actually have 3 sets of soft now.
Yeah, and you just have enough time to set 3 laps here.
Yeah.
So could be that, and of course you've got a lot of guys going for the mediums in Q2, so they didn't use up any soft tires there. So as ERT Samba already spins into Lesmo 1. Out of Lesmo 1,
but I think he and Fruitful is something going to happen there because I saw on the map that they were really close, and it looked like Fruitful went slow when Samba, or they were at the same position. So could maybe something happen there? I didn't see it. I only saw it on the map.
Yeah, I was on board with Samba when it happened, but didn't see if it was a mistake of his own or Fruitful was involved in any manner.
Dave there goes a little bit wide, lucky not to get an invalidation just the next lap. But it starts the first lap here in Q3 is 10 minutes left. And this is when now we're going to get to see the top 10 drivers or top 10 grid, we can say. Yellow flag.
We are, and
that is Mika. He has spun in the last corner.
Ooh, not the best of starts of your hot lap.
That's an interesting place to spin.
Ooh, I was on board with Dave, and the second chicane, the second part, he went over the yellow curb, and it's really dangerous. You can really just lose the car there, and it could be the end of qualifying. But he kept it on track, didn't invalidate.
Saw it as well.
Good job from him. And purple sector 2 because he's the first one out on track.
Little lift there. I think it's pace one. Oh, they really wide there, but no invalidation.
It didn't look like the best of qualifying sessions out there, but still, he's gonna set a time, and it's gonna be a banker. And it's gonna be a 119.6.
Yeah, I actually just had to do something quickly, so I had a blue PlayStation screen on stream, but back now. Yeah, no, then goes P2 19.0.
Samba came in with a 119.3 with a spin on his outlap.
Don Gamer.
Base fan invalidated.
Don goes fastest.
Nice one, 118.4. That's a good time, especially bearing in mind that there is going to be some track evolution still. And I think we have a, known acquaintance of you. Magnus is in chat as well, and he's just typing in a language I can't understand.
Yeah, it's Norwegian. Thanks, Magnus. Trying to do my best, so he just says that the English is good.
Well, it is. He's right.
Or like totally translate to English is shit good English.
That's kind of a contradiction. Shit
yeah,
good
but
English.
like, we use this word like you say DRIT. That's we Norwegian we use it all the time, and basically translated it is shit. But we can also use it as in a positive way when talking.
I like that.
Like,
I really like that.
When I come to Norwegian, if someone comes with a unexpected, really good lap. I can basically say that was a really shit good lap. But just in Norwegian with Norwegian way, so it sounds much better when talking Norwegian. Oh, Breezer!
Oh! He isn't out. He was on a flyer of a lap, really, really quick, but he lost it on the exit. And
now
he
it's really
didn't
unlucky
lose his wheel.
for the drivers without racing line, because he did take out one of the braking boards there.
He did. And when you're racing without a racing line, it's really important to use that. Oh, he goes into the wall again here. Just sideswiped it, but luckily for him, he can still try.
Finally, someone out on track, Fruitful, and also, of course, a Breezer. Then, but he's not on a hot lap, and Fruitful on Alpha.
So Fruitful trying something a little bit different. Doesn't want to get stuck in any traffic and going out really early. I think the rest will come out around 2.5 minutes, something like that.
Mitchell then, having fun with Google Translate, writing in Norwegian. I cannot talk English either, he says.
What an invention, Google Translate.
Google Translate. What would we have done without it?
Yeah, and now we're talking about that as Fruitful invalidated, but it still is out now. Now we're talking about that. We've mentioned Google so many times on stream now. Maybe they should pay us something for like advertising for them.
Yeah, Google pay us. We see that Breezer went into the pit and retired, so he will not settle up here in Q3. But Fruitful starts his hot lap now.
Maybe it's one of the drivers who only had one set of softs and doesn't want to bother anymore.
And with the spin as well, there's no... Your tires are just dead. Like, can't go for another hot lap.
And maybe, looking at the map, Fruitful can get a really nice tow of Nabiloccio later on in the lap.
Oh. Purple sector
1. He needs an improvement of at least 2 tenths to snatch P1 from Dan.
A little slide there through Lesmo too. Nabiloccio let him pass. We'll see then into third sector. You see, this could maybe go for a pole position. Oh, that's a close one. Oh, no.
Oh. Wow, I don't know how, but he kept it out of the wall.
That was an insane save. Like,
yeah,
on the exit there, you can't touch the inside curve. I do know that on the last game, either you had to not touch it at all, or you had to just cut the whole thing. But in this game, you can't touch it. So, when he was, he almost got the invalidation. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then when I just saw him just aiming, or his racing line going for that curve, I just knew that something's gonna go wrong now.
Yeah, touching the curb in this game means disaster, and normally you would see someone go into the wall there, but that was an insane save. And for me, on comms, on League Racing TV, this is one of the top saves of the year so far.
Yeah, Samba there really wide out of score, but yeah, to say that has to be about maybe 10 centimeters from the wall.
Yeah.
Mitchell again having fun with Google Translate. Google Translate is the best translating I have ever seen, just here in Norwegian. But here comes Samba then, 118.5 splits down Gamer and Fruitful. What about Nabiloccio then? 2 tenths up in his time. He has to improve much more if you want to climb up to pole position. Or fight
no, it's going to be an invalidation.
No.
It isn't.
Now that's the thing on this game, if you go wide enough for a long enough time, actually, you won't get invalidation or warnings. It's really good, like especially at cops at Silverstone. If you mess up the corner and go wide, it's like just to stay outside all the way until you have to turn back on track. You won't get any warning.
That's good to know. Just made a mental note about that.
Yeah, you're one of the head stewards, aren't you? So you should know this in support stuff. And also, you know that fast right corner at Hungary going to third sector.
Yeah.
That one as well. That's where you can get a big advantage.
Yeah, but as you said, it's multiple corners. If you go wide a little bit, you will get an invalidation or a warning or a time penalty if you have enough warnings. If you just stay outside of the line, you won't get anything. But of course, it will get you some dirty tires and lose you some time.
Yeah.
But don't know here, but in TTML, it will be looked at if you do that too often.
Yeah. Mika, by the way, with a purple first sector here, and we also see in the chat. Maro just says Jeff, and then Jeff's answer, yeah, Maro.
Yeah, Mika with a purple sector 2 as well. Really nice cut there of the first part of it. This is how you should take a Ascari. This was a good line.
Really great line actually from him as well. Here comes Mercedes then. Only Mercedes into Q3 actually. And cross line is going to be a 1:18.2. That's currently pole position.
Nice. Really great time for Mika there. So yeah, it's going to be something for Dan, who goes into the pits. So he won't make any improvements.
Jarno then, is he an improvement? It's going to be 1:18.5 into P4. And then it's Dave. He's on a little improvement, I think. He did improve, but didn't gain any places.
Fruitful invalidated his lap, so if he has enough fuel, he can go again.
As well. Appen starts, he's maybe in a half lap then. And yeah, Q3 is actually over now. So these are the last start laps we will see. Then that means that Fruitful and Samba is done for today.
It is. Apenstartje finishing off his lap, just coming out of Ascari. He gets a little tow here from the Ferrari, which is great. Here I saw Samba really helping him there. But is it enough to get on pole position? He has to win over a second. Comes over the line and it's going to be in 1:18.7. which puts him into P6.
Nabalacho going slow, so he's also done. Pace when goes into P7. Is Dave? Nah, Dave is not on a hot lap, I think.
Yeah,
Jarno, not on a hot lap. Dave could be the last one, maybe? He doesn't. No improvement.
He is, but no.
So here's the result
then. Go into the pits. And it's Mika taking pole position today. Neither of us put him up into the top 3.
Så Mitchell, Pariah and Conte height commentator duo.
I think it means something like a GOAT commentator duo.
Yeah, there you go.
I can translate that.
Yeah, me too actually, me too. But yeah, then we have the top 10 for in qualifying, top 10 on the starting grid in the race. See Mika getting a great start lap there, almost 2 tenths in front of Don Gamer. Then we have ART Samba in P3, Jarno Loihen in 4th. Then we got Fruitful in 5th, Apenstartje in 6th, Pacewin in 7th, Nabalacho in P8, and then we got Davey in P9, Breezer P10 with no time.
But still into the top 10.
I can just imagine you and all the other Dutch driver, guys here hearing me say this name and just getting that Pariah, you fucking idiot.
No, you're doing great with the pronunciation.
I think that if I was like my original language was English, I think that's actually worse, because in Norwegian we have also some of these pronounces that are a little bit complicated. So I think like easier for me than maybe some of the other English commentators that we got, actually.
Yeah, I think so too. The only thing, almost all foreigners, except from people speaking Hebrew, just struggle with the G, the G.
Yeah, that's the one. But it's a sunny race as well, so no rain that I was thinking at the start.
No, no rain at all. Just looking nice and sunny, like yeah, we're used to seeing in Italy.
I got a track map here, and I think we'll just go on board with Mika on the formation lap to take a look at this beautiful track that we got here. Let's see then, we got the start-finish straight. One of the best overtaking possibilities here into turn 1. You have a long DRS straight here, you can use overtake out Parabolica, and then it's just to send it into Variante del Rettifilo, turn 1 and 2 then. Then after that we're gonna go through Curva Grande, turn 3, where we today saw Gasly being really unlucky going into the wall, which was really sad to see actually. Then we're gonna head down to Variante della Roccia, turn 4 and 5. It's really important to cut the turn 4 a lot and get a good turn for turn 5. And gotta be careful with that orange sausage curb, turn 5 there. That's a dangerous one which can yeet you into the wall. Into the curve de Lesmo, turn 6 and 7. Some of the slow corners on this track. I know that Lesmo 1 can be a little bit slippery, and also Lesmo 2 actually. Then Curva del Seraglio, the second DRS straight here, or the first one. It depends on how you count the DRS straights. Gonna head down to turn 8 and into the third sector. Now we're going into the famous Variante. Turn 8, 9 and 10. One of the hardest, in my opinion, the hardest corner on this track. You can get penalties here. You can spin around, lose your wheel, or maybe you get an epic save, like we saw. I don't remember which driver it was. Truthful, yeah. Out of Ascari, then turn 10, and we're gonna now head down to Curva Parabolica. If you get a better exit than the driver in front of you out of turn 10, you may actually just try to stay behind him here, because if not, the other driver will get the DRS on you after you go through turn 11 here, Curva Parabolica, onto the start finish straight again. And that was a quick lap here of Monza, Temple of Speed. Before we start, can we get a quick podium prediction from you?
Ooh, yeah, it's going to be a difficult one, but Dan, I'm just sticking with the ones I called in the race. I'm going to go with Dan, Jana Loye, and Fruitful. Mika was really fast, but don't think he will end up in the podium. What's your prediction?
I'll go for Mika, Jano, and Dan. We can just take the top 5 on soft, now mediums, then up and start down to Wagner on soft, Marian on medium, Crazy Dominator, TCMs and Mitchell on medium, and then the rest is on soft. We're now just waiting for the 5 red lights, and we will get going here. Lost drivers are on the grid now. Maybe is there going to be chaos into turn 1? Let's find out. We got 4, 5 red lights. And they're out, it's lights out, and away we go. Looks like Don Gaming gets a very good start, can maybe challenge Mika into turn 1. Oh no, he puts behind him. Third down, we got 3 wide actually going to turn 1. That can't end well. Let's see here, Mika taking keeping the lead. A Red Bull there, Jarno struggling a little bit, going wide. Further down, we have more side-by-side racing here. Has Aragon got through here? Looks like so. No spins yet. Don Gaming right in the back of Mika then.
Everyone came to turn 1 really, really nice. No crashes. It can be really difficult. First chicane at the start, but everyone came through clean, and now a couple of drivers side by side trying to overtake. Jeff Dunn, Pace Fan, Danny Boy.
Oh, Jeff Dan on Dave now. Will Jeff then go for it into Ascari, or does he back out? Oh, he goes for it on the inside. They touch. Cut the corner a little bit. Oh, Alpestorch is out. Alpestorch out. He has crashed out of Ascari. Oh, but it's a drag race between Goldie and Dave. Goldie gets past. No safety car here. Wagner and Breezer are also fighting here. Further up we see Snarfia. And is it Jarno fighting here? This is Paceman and Samba. So much fighting now here. Oh, look at the Alfa Romeo going on the inside of the Ferrari. They touch a little bit. The Ferrari stays in front.
Yeah.
Oh, Breezer and Wagner.
I thought some guys, but it's the glitch in the timing.
It's Lucky Lars in the pit. So Lucky Lars not being that lucky today. Oh, Breezer and Wagner having a bad exit out of turn 5 there. Oh, and Danny Boy goes to the inside of... Oh, Wagner's around into the wall!
Wagner!
Oh, whoa. And that's a lucky one for not losing his rear left tire, actually. I would have thought it would have fallen off there.
Yeah, really lucky not to. But some really nice battles so far. Some unlucky drives with some spinners. But
Breezer! Breezer and Danny Boy
out.
has been around. Could there have been collision or have just both of them been unlucky?
Let's go on board with Wagner to see what happened. Oh, Wagner spins as well.
And he loses his back wheel. And that's a third retirement in just 2 laps. And now we get a virtual safety car here.
There's 3 guys crashed out in Ascari and it's only a virtual safety car.
And Dave dives inside into the pit then for a pit stop. Wow, 3 retirements here in 1 corner at the 2 first laps. It's a wing change for Dave as well.
It is. It's just crazy stuff, but so far Navilacho and Pacefan are some great winners here because they're in P4 and P5, and Jarno Looye fell back a little bit.
Wagner is in the chat, not happy. Ascari is not an easy corner on this track, it's one of the worst corners. We see then versus safety car probably soon ending, but so far no drive-through penalties. Oh, those are famous in this game. We are back racing, no drive-through penalties, beautiful to see there. Fruitful right to the back of Don Gamers. Oh, and already an yellow flag. And that's Samba out.
Samba out.
So many. Oh, and Jarno is the wrong way. Jeff then is wide.
What happened there?
This is the 4th retirement, looks like. But still, Samba is really far in front of Ascari. If something else has happened here, because Jarno was the wrong way, and Jeff then was wide, and then Samba retired very far in front of Ascari. And Jarno, he was looking so strong in the qualifying on the mediums tire as well. It does now has lost his whole front wing and has to go into the pit.
Oh, and gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
And retires in the pit.
That is sad to see because there could be a late safety car, everything can change.
Yeah.
So not a big fan of retiring into the pits early on. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. 5 retirements and 4 crashes just on the first 3 laps. That's insane.
And we have Melema on the back of Snarfje here, right before Ascari. Can he keep close to him? He can. And Snarfje isn't able to defend with DRS because he doesn't have DRS of Navilacho in front of him. So probably we're gonna see an easy overtake of Marijn Melema on the start-finish straight here.
We'll also have to keep an eye on the top 3 because they're real close to each other. With Mari now and Snarfje closing in with the DRS, going outside. Snarfje defending the inside. Who will break the latest? Snarfje trying to defend it. Oh, luck up there for Marin, but he gets past. Beautiful overtake there. Navilacho with a penalty. Snarfje almost spinning around there. Goal gonna go on the inside there of the P7.
So Snarfje losing 2 positions in 2 corners. And as you said, now Mika, Dan Gamer and Fruitful really close together. And especially Dan looking really quick on these medium tires. And we have a yellow flag, it's goalie around. Goalie is around.
And he has lost his whole front wing as well. That must have been right after I switched the cameras. So lucky for him not getting it on the camera.
But look at this. Dan really close to Mika going into the final corner. already winning some time over him.
Yeah, and also Fruitful right on the back here, and then we got a 1.6 down to pace when. But these top 3 drivers showing great pace on the medium tires as well. But now, Don Gamer is really close. Question is it close enough? He do have the DRS. It's a long way down to turn 1. It looks like Mika is trying to defend it. He does have great straight line speed here. So yellow flying in sector 2. That's out to left mode 2, I think. Doesn't go for the dive here now, Don. Will get a great turn 1 and 2. Mickey gets a little bit better exit there. Snarfy and Marian is fighting on this lap as well through turn 1 and 2. Snarfy getting back up to P6.
Yeah, as Jeff Dunn just got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, but he is passing Crazy Dominator still by side, but now he concedes Crazy Dominator, and Jeff Dunn won a position as goalie just went into the pits to replace his front wing.
Oh, and Fruitful now on Don Gamer. Don Gamer lost a little bit to Mika.
Yeah, not close enough for a move now, but if he gets a really good exit, he's winning a lot of time because of DRS here. He needs a good exit into the final turn because he didn't have the greatest exit last lap around. It lost him enough time to not be able to overtake Mika, but he's definitely gonna try again, and still under heavy pressure of Fruitful here. He goes a little bit wide here. Nowhere near the apex, but still he's gonna go early and throttle. It's 5.5 tenths. Opening up his ERS, opening up his DRS now. Mika all the way to the right side there to break toe. And I don't think he's close enough to do it this lap around.
No, but Maureen and Snarfy keeps fighting here. Maureen getting that P6 back, and obviously Jeff Burrow in the chat top 3 flying. Yeah. Still would be that close to just gain more and more on pace 1. Now a gap with 2.2 down to the Alfa Romeo P4.
It is, and just seeing Dan and Mika on the first couple of laps here, every time we're going into a straight, Mika is able to not lose too much time, so I think he has a really low downforce setup here, and Dan going for a little bit more downforce because he isn't winning enough time with his DRS.
But while we're seeing this driver, just over to something else. Talking about Alfa Romeo. Talking about Alfa Romeo in real life, Antonio Giovinazzi. What a fucking goat, man. Getting that Alfa Romeo into top 10 in qualifying, to then in the sprint race, keep it, or actually, I think he climbed 2 or 3 places actually in the race. And he is actually also in the chance of losing his seat for next season, which I do know that we have these young talents like Guan Joe, who's maybe going to take that seat, but still, I think Antonio is showing that he is good enough for Formula 1 in the Alfa Romeo. Like, Alfa Romeo is one of the worst cars on the grid, and he managed to get into top 10, and he's actually outperforming, I know Kim Räikkönen is not driving now, but he has actually out-qualified and outraced Kim Räikkönen a little bit as well.
Yeah, he did. He really did great. Last season I wasn't a big fan, as Marijn Mellema and Snarfje still fighting at side by side here. Snarfje in the advantage of the soft tires, going into the corner side by side. Marijn with really late braking.
Oh!
Ooh, they touch each other there, and Snarfje almost lost the car, but able to keep it on track. And Marijn Mellema keeps his position, but these two guys are really fighting out a big battle on track here. And going back to
what I was going to ask
said
you
about Giovinazzi, he's doing great. Last season I wasn't the biggest fan. Start of the season wasn't great, but these last couple of races he's really just outperforming himself, I think.
Yeah, like 2019, not that big of a fan, but 2020, I saw him. He stepped up the game a little bit, and now this season he's doing very great. We're just gonna get this fight here with Mika and Don Gamer. Then I got a question about this as well.
Yeah.
Look at Don Gamer closing in on DRS with DRS, and this time he gets past Mika up to P1. Fruitful too far behind to do something, but yeah. We have many drivers in the talk for maybe that Alfa Romeo seat. Because we do know Valtteri Bottas is one of them. But I'm thinking about because the Ferrari juniors as well. I'm gonna give you 4 names and then just say who, without coming with any reason first, who of these. Robert Schwartzman, Guan Yu Zhou, Callum Marlett, or Antonio Giovinazzi for the Alfa Romeo seat?
Ooh, I think it's going to be between Giovinazzi and Schwartzman. But I hope they keep Giovinazzi. He's really doing good. He's Italian, of course, just like Alfa Romeo. I know it's not an Italian team officially, but still, Alfa Romeo, their sponsor, biggest sponsor. So I hope they keep Giovinazzi.
Yeah, I hope to keep Giovinazzi at least one more year. We do know that the Haas drivers are staying there for 2022, but I think that Carl Eilert could maybe get a Haas seat for 2023. I would actually guess. But if say that Giovinazzi gets another season, then he really need to perform next season. If it doesn't matter, mean that he have a bad season, lose his seat, but only like a decent season, I think that would lose his seat after next year. So if he gets another year, he has to get even on a even bigger level of the racing, I think.
He does, but you also have to have the car to do that, and the Alfa Romeo as Jeff Dunn. I thought Jeff Dunn and Paces dominated the battling, but Jeff Dunn went into the pits to change his tires. But you also have to have the car to do that, and the Alfa Romeo I think Haas is the baddest car on track, but Alfa Romeo isn't that much better than them.
Nah. But still, like seeing as this weekend so far, and also was it last week at Netherlands as well, Giovinazzi with that Alfa Romeo, he's really impressing at the moment.
He is, he really is. And just going back to this race, watching Mika, he needs to use so much ERS to just keep up with Dan. I don't think he's going to hold on for any longer here. I mean, he's still in the ERS range, and he's within half a second, but he's using so much ERS in the process of keeping up with Dan. I think in a couple of laps we're just going to see him fall back, and maybe Fruitful can take advantage of that. And we have a yellow flag, and I think it's goalie again. Yeah, it is. Goalie again with a spinner.
Yes. But yeah, it's not sure. We know that Valtteri Bottas is going to drive for Alfa Romeo next season, but except for him, I think it stands for, or the other seat, I think it stands between Giovinazzi, Eilert, Schwartzman, and Guan Yu Zhou. Kyle Marlett, it sounded like, I don't know if you saw it, but it was recently like someone made a fake news that he was, oh look, Lars is running retard out of less than 2 and we got a safety car. And this is really good for Pacewen and Snorfia. Snorfia, Deneboy and Pacewen. This is the dream safety car for them, because they can put a medium and go to the finish now. Don Gamer or everyone on medium, not that lucky at the moment.
No, I actually had this happen on my race as well, around lap 10, that the safety car was in, but because I had a qualifying ban, I've been a naughty boy in race 1. I decided to start on the hards instead of the mediums, just in case a safety car came out, and it saved my race because I could go to the mediums and finish the race. But I think, as Mika went in really late and almost crashed into the pit wall there, but Fruitful's coming in as well, pace fan as we expected. But what are Mika and Fruitful gonna do now?
Mika?
Softs.
They are soft tires. Like, I can actually imagine they can get it to the end, but it will not be easy. But this safety car will help them for about maybe 2 laps. But still 15 laps on those soft. It can work, but at the end, the tire will be dead.
Yeah, you're not gonna have any pace left in those tires after 15 laps of racing. I mean, tire degradation isn't that hard around Italy, but still 15 laps on softs is a lot.
Yeah, and the thing is that on this game especially, the hard tires are so much slower at this track that if they would pit now for hard, they would basically be out of the podium almost, because of all the other or some other drivers gonna put on medium.
True. As Deneboy and Snarfia switch position, I'm not sure what happened there,
but also we got like many of the drivers, like Crazy Dominator, Mitchell, and Don Gamer. They started on a medium and they stayed. they stayed out on them, so they're probably staying to medium soft. But if they doesn't get a safety car versus safety car later, they will lose a lot of time by not pitting now.
Yeah, they do, and I must say, soft tires are really, really quick here. But if you're outside of a DRS train and slipstream train, you're not going to be that much faster on the softs compared to the medium. So yeah, they are going to lose a lot of time, and they really need another safety car to make the strategy work. But it's really difficult. I mean, safety car in lap 10, when you started on the mediums, it's just crushing for your... oh, here, Mitchell's coming in. So he is going to switch to probably the softs as well, but he's going to lose a lot of positions doing that. And Fruitful and Marine coming in as well. Fruitful just switched from the mediums to the softs, and he's going to put on new mediums now. So he gave up a couple of positions, but at least now he's on a tire. He did the thing he had to do. He used 2 tires, and he's on the tire he can finish on now. Mitchell putting on the hards there.
Interesting strategies here. Wait, Fruitful, wasn't he on the mediums?
Yeah, he started on the mediums, then he went in at the start of the safety car to go on the softs, and now he went in again to go on the mediums. So officially he did a lap on the softs, and he used 2 tire compounds, so he can finish the race now on these mediums.
It's a smart tactic. Of course, it will cost you track positions for a laps, but you will gain a lot on it actually, because take then Don Gamer and Chris Dominer, they stay out, so they'll probably lose to him. Mitchell on hard, and the driver put on soft, like Stevens and Mika. At the end, those tires will be dead, and then Fruitful can come back in the game. So this strategy is actually really good.
It is. It's a strategy that could work, and as you said, you can see a couple of places by going into the pits twice, but still, he came in, I believe, in P1, and he's in P10 now, so he only lost 9 positions there, and he's on a tire he can finish on. So if he can keep it clean and just take it easy on overtakes, getting 1 or 2 drivers every lap,
if he
should be fine to finish up in the podium.
Yeah, if Fruitful gets back up to at least top 3, maybe victory, I would actually call it now that he would be my driver of the day, actually, if he can get that strategy going. We see that Jeff then just catches up to them. It's still a little too late, so another lap with safety car, which is good for Mika and Stevens, though.
It is, and just watching Goalie, who I am not sure, he's a lap behind. If he is allowed to overtake the safety car, or if he's going to stay into this mix.
But I'm looking at position change, and Chris Dominer up 40 places but hasn't went into the pit. But 2 drivers I want to call out for doing great. They both went out in Q1. It's the 2 Alpha drivers, Mitchell and T. Stevens. They have both been in the pit, and they are currently up 11 and 13 places. Mitchell unlucky with a penalty, but still, that's impressive. Also, Denny Boy of 7 places, really great there as well.
It is some great winners here. Of course, some more unhappy drivers who are out, because we are already missing 2 for 6 drivers. Lucky Jarno, Samba, Wagner, Brito and Abstaatje. But yeah, some really good winners, and as you said, Stevens and Mitchell, teammates in the Alpine, were out in Q1 and are inside of the top 10 now.
Yeah, Mitchell, he's on the hard track, so he can go to the end at least, and he'll probably have at least 2 drivers in front of him having the pit, but still looking dangerous for him with a penalty as well as safety car in his lap. But Stevens on the soft tires now had 3 laps behind the safety car, and haven't taken too much wear on those soft, so he can now go on and with a strong strategy. With 2 drivers in front of him having to pit, and maybe can get past some of these on mediums. So T. Stevens looking really great in this race. As we're going to go on board with Don Gamer and look, but actually they have Mika and Don has the left car of Goalie between them.
Yeah, between them. So maybe it could spell out carnage, because I believe Ghosting is out in isn't on in BNL. So yeah, let's hope they can keep it clean. And here he goes. Down goes really nice and early on throttle, and goalie's going in.
Oh, Nabelocho on Crazy Dominators here. Is he gonna go for it? He goes for it, and he brings really late, and Mika and Paceman almost touch. And at me it says that Don is not in the game. He has an X over at his name. Crazy Dominator get a bad exit out of turn 2 there.
Oh, Snarfy! Snarfy is out!
Whoa! I saw something went flying there. I'm with goal.
Yeah, Snarfy is out, and someone just T-boned him when he spun. So someone has some damage, but I'm not sure who.
Yeah, and more thing, Don Gamer has left the game, and he's also spun around.
Yeah, and he took Pace Fan with him, so all kinds of carnage here. Fruitful already
and now
up
T.
into
Stevens
P3.
losing some position. I think he has maybe went wide there. Look also at Dave and Jeff stand there. And Mika having a 2.5 second lead now.
Yeah, on the sauce, and look at Fruitful, who's up into P3 already.
He's had a
From
great
P9
start here.
into P3.
I see that Nabolocho has lost an end plate, going side by side with Dave now. And on this game, you doesn't even need to lose an end plate to have a shit downforce actually. And there he gets past, so Nabolocho should go into the pit, maybe put on soft tires, I would say. Goes into the pit there.
Yeah, and someone's following him as well. That's Jeff Dam and
Crazy
Crazy Dominator, all I believe with and Stevens and Mitchell. Half the lobby is going in now because
Mitchell
of wing damage.
So many drivers have gotten wing damage here. There's 6 drivers actually. That's insane. Snorf left there. Oh, he's out there. Totally forgot.
Yeah, 6 drivers in. But no safety car, even though Snarfy was in a really awkward position on the middle of the track there. No safety car, and the one just profiting of this is Mika, who's out in front a lot, and another yellow flag, and that's goalie, I believe.
Yeah,
it is goalie, who has a really bad race.
And there goes his whole
his
front wing. Oh,
what? Front wing and his wheel
barely,
as well.
He barely touched the wall. If you take a look in the stream, I was with him. He went
to
turn around. What?
I saw it. He just touched
Safety
the
car.
wall with 4 kilometers per hour. What happened?
It's the car of Dawn. The car, the A of Dawn went straight into goalie. What? And we got a safety car now. Now everyone can put on soft and be back in the game actually.
Yeah.
But and Dawn Gamer is back. His car is P12 with hard and wing damage.
Wow. I'm not the greatest in this game, but he can go into the pits, put on some soft tires, and it's gonna be a nice little sprint race.
Yeah, I think we'll probably be around 7-8 laps at the end.
Something like that.
8 retirements.
Yeah, that is a lot. And only in 1 lap time we lost goalie and Snarf, so really ramping up those DNFs. And I've got a really annoying glitch where I can't see any interval times, so I hope it will sort itself out.
But we'll see that Danny Boy and Marin stays out on the medium, Mika stays on soft. It could have been that the safety car came out real late, maybe. But it looks like they're just staying out.
They have enough time to go into the pitch and save their tire, or change their tires, because look at the gap between Marijn Mellema and Fruitful. It's massive.
Yeah, but the safety car as well. So they should go for it, even though they could go to the end.
No, Mika's staying out.
Danny Boy and Marin should go in at least. Yeah, they do.
And Marijn is going in as well.
But Mika stays out. It's probably because he was on the soft tires and he saved a lot of them behind the first safety car, and now he's going to save even more. So, but still, if he had, maybe he didn't have fresh soft tires, but if he had, he should have been going in because he wouldn't have lost any positions.
Yeah, if I were him, I would be going in because it's just basically a free pit stop you got, and guys behind you are on mediums, and you can see that on the REI timing on the left side of the screen. So,
but
yeah,
Don Gamer is really
there.
unlucky. He was looking so strong, and he's now lapped by Mika. He's behind Mika, behind the safe car, and fresh off though. But it lapped now, and he was in the fight for maybe a victory at the top, or he was at least fighting for it earlier. So really unlucky for Don there, losing the connection. I think.
It is, and his AI doing some weird stuff, crashing.
Yeah.
So the only thing he has to hope for now is that Mitchell doesn't make it into the safety car, so it's not coming in this lap. He can go in. No, it doesn't help him because he's already a lap behind.
Yeah, and then we have to wait at least for Mitchell to catch up again. So at least one more lap with safety car, and then I think it will go in next lap, so lap 19.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Last week in Netherlands, Goldby got disqualified after having these drive-throughs and safety car after safety car every lap, so he didn't get to do the drive-through and eventually got disqualified because the game is glitchy. Today, at about 5 kHPA, and yeah, it was over there. Don Gamer into the pit with a 5-second time penalty. But Goldby, the last race he has been so unlucky. Don retires. And to be honest, like again, we wanted Rice to do the whole race, but he was fighting for maybe a victory or at least podium, and now he's lapped and he will be stuck in this traffic when the safety car go in, and there wouldn't be much left he could do actually. I think even with the safety car, he is still lapped, and he can't unlap himself, but he has to be much faster, of course.
Yeah, now Jeff Dunn went in as well, so just waiting for Mitchell and Jeff Dunn to catch up to the safety car, and we can hopefully, that's annoying, the car of Dan is sitting on the pit exit.
Yeah, it just got away, it looks like.
Oh. And then hopefully we can go back to racing after that, and
if just Jeff then closes up fast enough now, it could go in, because normally it is if everyone is close enough when I go into sector 3, but although after a scarry, if Jeff then closes in, it can actually happen that the safe score goes in with a late notice.
And this is only helping Mika, who didn't come in and is on 6 lap old softs, but I believe it's now 4 or 5 laps behind the safety car, so.
Yeah, so, but still, Mika's car, he has saved them a lot behind the safety car, but still, the drivers behind him on fresh soft, I don't think it will be easy for Mika. He has shown great pace here, but still, I see Jeff Dan is probably too far behind, so one more lap with the safety car, which is good for Mika, of course, he needs this.
Yeah, he does, and as you said, even though he didn't use up those tires, soft tires just right out of the box are so much faster than any other tire, so yeah, he probably is going to be struggling if Danny Boy, Marijn Mellema, Fruitful behind him are awake at the restart.
I think maybe Don Gamer is in the chat, but it's in Dutch, so hey, Google translate the message for me.
Yeah, he's just saying like, yeah, what a game, in a sarcastic way.
Yeah,
and I can understand that. Yeah, really unlucky. You got disconnected from the game, and the AI just did some weird stuff, getting damage going into the hard tires.
Or Codemaster and their games, of course. Still, just of course, I'm not going to be 100% complaining, because. Yeah, look at this. Look at what we're seeing now, like the graphic and everything. To be honest, it is a fucking good game, but with so many glitches and bugs and problems as well. And it's so annoying, I agree on that. But we still have to also say that we're in 2021 and look at what they can actually make for us. To sit on a PlayStation, on a TV, with controller or a fucking racing wheel and play. It's still insane how far we have come with the gaming and technology. But again, I understand the frustration. I've been there myself as well. And Codemaster, their shit is more like code disaster. But again, I love this game. They're at the same time amazing.
Yeah, it's like a love-hate relationship. And still, Mika is getting really far behind the safety car, and I didn't see a message safety car come in, but I see the lights are out. So, no, they're not out, so we're gonna stay out for longer.
Or we get the late notice maybe now? No.
I think the gap Mika got with the safety car maybe is going to the stewards, because it was definitely more than 10 car lengths and maybe even more than 20.
Yeah, it could have been that he's affecting the game actually of doing that. I'm not sure if it was anything on purpose, but with his tires, a little bit suspicious here.
Yeah. So we're going to be driving around behind the, I must say, beautiful red safety car. I like that, but not the most exciting thing to see.
If you see Jeff Brown commenting, I'm going to try myself in Dutch and I'm going to see how much you will laugh. Jammer dat volgende reis weer knallen.
Yeah, well, that is, you just talk Dutch, but with a really nice Scandinavian accent, so it sounded lovely.
What do you rate it from 1 to 10?
Just because of the accent, an 8.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I still don't understand anything of what I read though. But that's something with race to do.
He's just feeling for Dan about disconnecting, and he said, yeah, next race, let's go. And again, here, not as bad as he did on the previous lap, but Mika made a massive gap with the safety car. He's staying right behind him now, so hopefully we can finally restart this race and get 6 laps of racing.
Where's the message? What's going on? Please don't say we have a game glitch and it's going to be behind the safety car.
I really don't hope that's the case.
It doesn't give any sense why it has not went into the pits. I don't think there's there's not even a lapped car here.
No, there isn't.
This has to be, I think this is a glitch. I've never seen this glitch before, but it could be a new glitch. That the safety car will just stay out forever, because, yeah.
This is going to be a first time I'm seeing a race finish behind the safety car now.
We are so far into the race that a restart now, with how late it is as well, I couldn't have done that with commentating. But if we find out this as a glitch and the safety car never goes in, I would say we will go with the race. They should maybe go for the race result of how it was when the safety car should have gone in. So at lap 20 or something. Like how it was then, where the time penalties put them on, and then see how it would have been maybe. Maybe take half points or something, I don't know. Oh, long comment here.
This gives me some flashbacks of Spa a couple of weeks ago.
I like the fact
Only
that I was
the dry this time.
I like the fact that I was talking so good about the game, but it had a few glitches. And right after that, we get a new glitch in the game. Is Codemaster and Ian listening to us? Just gonna be like, nah, I wanna be pure shit to these guys. Okay, please get the safety car in this lap.
Yeah, please Mika, stay close to the safety car, and please safety car go in now.
He is a little behind the safety car, but still, I don't think it's too far behind.
No, this time it wasn't
message
too far behind.
We should have gotten the message now.
Yeah.
So this is a glitch, 100%.
I think so. I think this is a glitch, and we're just gonna finish the race in 5 laps behind the safety car.
What I'm excited about, if we're gonna stay like this, what will the league or stewards or whatever do with the result actually?
Yeah, maybe they're just going for the finishing positions that everyone's in now, and that means that Mika is the big winner because he didn't come in for a pit stop.
Yeah, right. But something must have happened because we did have retirements and someone leaving in their safety car, and these are the things that can trigger the glitches.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, someone joining, someone leaving during critical phases, just like we see the glitch that the lights never go out when someone joins mid-quali or something.
Lindsay just remembered something in chat. Safety car will go away 2 laps before ending, I think, because he can't finish with safety car in the game, and that's true. So it should go away at lap 25, 26. I've actually seen that the safety car can go into the second last lap, so lap 26, but that's true. In the game, you can't finish the race behind the safety car. So I think we'll just have to stay here for a while then. I see some blisters in Mika's left front tire.
Yeah. Let me get...
But
yeah, it is. They're already 10 laps old, but... Fruitful gets a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Dave, so... Probably Dave went into the back of Fruitful and it gave Fruitful 5-second time penalty, but I only see Dave having a penalty. Let's check. Yeah, Dave has 8 seconds. So it didn't give Fruitful a penalty, luckily for him. Well, for everyone watching, please bear with us. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, and I just see just a goalie saying if the safety car doesn't go in before the end of this lap, the session will be stopped. So luckily, everyone watching doesn't have to, just struggle with us behind the safety car. And I think they're gonna be calling it quits now.
Yeah, they're probably gonna quit it now because there's still maybe this and at least one more lap, maybe 2 more laps actually behind the safety car. Because of course, if they finish behind the safety car, I think that's one of the first time ever we can see this on the game that they finish race behind the safety car, because it's not supposed to happen or that you can't do it. So it will, but still it will be too many laps behind it, and it doesn't give any sense.
What BNL Racing actually can do is maybe call Guinness Book of World Records, send in the footage of the stream, and claim the world record of most laps behind the safety car in a 50% race.
Yeah.
On F1 2021 game, that is. This is terrible to watch.
It is. Just
yeah, red flag. Jeff Baron says, red flag, guys.
Flag.
So that's the end of the race then.
That's the end of the race. Yeah, of course, we'll just have to see probably later tonight or another day they find out how they do it with points and who will get what positions and stuff.
Yeah, but so far, since we don't know how things are gonna end up, I'm just gonna get you through the top 10, which are the only 10 finishing today, and then Mika, I think, is gonna be the winner of this race. Danny Boy finished in P2, Marijn Mellema finished in P3, Fruitful on P4, BNLR Dave on P5, Pace Fan P6, Crazy Dominator P7, Nabileccio P8, T. Stevens in P9 and Mitchell in P10.
Yeah.
Even now it's still going. Lap 25 of 27.
Insane.
Mitchell decided to pit and put on the mediums. I'm curious to see if this safety car is coming in this lap.
Yeah, I want to see, like, of course, I've never ever seen, like, this is not supposed to end this the race behind the safety car, and I've never seen something on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram in the F1 games that's happening. So it's gonna be exciting to see if they're actually gonna race, or if this is the first time ever that we will get. Yeah.
Yeah, a finish behind the safety car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mitchell just commentated and he has left the lobby already. Hashtag Codemaster, fix your game.
Yeah, I wrote about it in Division Admin, TTML there, and Kermit Omer, it says hashtag safety car off.
Yeah, but Kermit really, safety car in this lap.
Just like
so we're not gonna finish the race behind the safety car.
Should have been.
So
this must have been 8 laps or something behind. The drivers can continue if they want to, but this will not influence the result of the race. So I think they'll go with a race result that was at the round lap 19 or 20 something.
Yeah, I think when the safety car came out, that's gonna be the final positioning. But yeah, well, as we can have some racing now, and we didn't see a lot of it, why not stay on with these guys and commentate over this last 2 laps?
Yeah. Of course, nothing matters actually, but still, look at this. The top 3 drivers so close to each other. Can we see a dive bomb into turn 1 from Danny Boy? I don't think so. Oh, and look at Maureen on the inside there.
As Stevens has left the session. Oh, what was that? Danny Boy.
Oh.
Danny Boy losing it on the exit of the first chicane and going into the wall.
This and you see Pace when going past Crazy Dominator into turn 4 there. Great overtake down by him. Oh, and there is David off as well.
Dave, he can keep going, but he went up. Were you on board with him? Did you see the crash?
I did. It is catch on stream, but not the whole crash or spin.
And look at Mika. Mika really showed some pace today. Again, after the safety car restart, and Fruitful and Marijn side by side. Fruitful before the straight overtook Marijn Mellema. But Mika really flying. I think he likes this track as much as we do because he shows some really good pace here.
Yeah. Look at Marijn now back on Fruitful then. The round outside into turn 1. Can he get it done? Oh, almost getting squeezed there. Still behind Fruitful. And they're 1.8 behind Mika now. Also a little fight for P4 we can see.
And then Danny Boy's out as well.
Dave disqualified?
Yeah, Dave was disqualified for not
Oh, that's Mika! Mika's around! But still, again, it doesn't matter anything in the results that gets here, but still, sad for Mika to not cross the line in P1 then, as we're on the last lap. Could we then see Morgan trying something on Fruitful? I think Fruitful is too far in front.
Yeah, and he has a great exit here. Marijn going really wide there, and almost just got catapulted into the wall, but it is going to be Fruitful winning out on track, but he isn't winning in the final results because they were a few laps back. But even though Fruitful, Marijn and Pacefan on the podium here for the ceremony.
Mitchell's AI got P6 though.
And Mika is going to be finishing off this race. Oh, just first spinning again. Probably had some hot rear tires from the spin earlier on.
But yeah, I think that's what we can call an interesting race ending.
It was. it was some interesting racing, and here he crashes before the finish and almost got, yeah, just launched into the stands.
So yeah, who's your driver of today?
Yeah, still, even though Marijn Mellema doesn't get the win, him using his strategy and going up to P3 again, I believe, he's going to be my driver of today.
I think I'll go for
maybe Mika?
Now I totally forgot the name. Fruitful, or huh?
Fruitful.
Fruitful.
Yeah, that's my driver of today. I forgot the name
suddenly, but yeah, I think I'll go with him.
Well, and the unofficial final standings are Fruitful in P1, Marijn Mellema in P2, Facevan in P3, Crazy Dominator P4, Bloodshot P5, Mitchell's AI in P6, Mika P7, and then yeah, a lot of DNFs. Danny Boy, Stevens, Jefdan, Daan, Goalie, Snarfje, Lucky Lies, Janne Looyen, Samba, Wagenaar, Briese, Abstaartje, and Dave disqualified at the end. Not sure what that was about, but
I can say I've seen worse with retirement. Actually, this week at Tuesday, when I drove TNRL no assist, we started with 16 drivers. Crossing the line, P4 was AI for about 60% of the race and crossed the line as AI. Then it was me and the 2 other drivers on podium that finished. So we're only 3 drivers finishing that race with 16 drivers starting. And the race, it was Netherlands starting with intermediates as well. So it was totally chaos that.
Yeah, but that's 13 drivers out. Here you have 12. 12 out. Yeah, so that was even worse.
It is, yeah. But I think we'll just end it here. We'll have to see what the stewards do with the race result. I would guess they'd take the race result from lap 20 maybe, lap 19, 20, somewhere around there, because that was when the glitch basically came, the field had catched up again, and the safety car should have gone in then.
I think you're right. I think that's what's going to happen.
But great driving from many of these drivers, and again, for me, beautiful to step in here and do this commentating. I love commentating here, and of course, I'm just a reserve commentator, but if I have time on the weekend, I will always step in here to do it. And thanks to also Conti for joining me here and helping me with not being here alone.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, buddy. It was a pleasure commentating site just next to you.
Yeah, it's been a great evening. It's been almost 2 hours since we started. So, again, from me, goodbye to everyone. Have a nice evening, and let's hope for Max on the victory tomorrow.